Your body is reacting because your vibration is breaking old energies. We've all felt it, that strange pressure in your chest, the sudden fatigue that rolls in like a wave, the tension that shows up out of nowhere in your neck, your back, your gut. Maybe you've had headaches that don't respond to medicine. Maybe your sleep patterns are destroyed. Awake at 3 a.m. for no reason, mind racing with thoughts that don't even feel like yours. And yet, there's no diagnosis, no logical explanation. Doctors might say it's stress, maybe anxiety, maybe hormonal, but deep down, you know it's something more, something deeper. What you're experiencing isn't just in your head, it's energetic. It's your vibration shifting, and when your vibration rises, your body reacts. Not because something is wrong, but because something is being released. You are not just a physical body, you are an energy system, a multidimensional being. And when you begin to awaken, whether consciously through meditation, breath work, or spiritual seeking, or unconsciously through a breakup, trauma, or life collapse, your vibration starts to lift. That means your frequency begins to rise. But here's the catch. Your body has been storing years, maybe lifetimes, of dense, unprocessed energy. Energies of fear, shame, guilt, resentment, ancestral pain, collective programming. And as your vibration increases, it becomes incompatible with those old frequencies. So what happens? The body begins to detox, not just physically, but energetically. It purges, it shakes, it aches, it cries, it breaks open.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
This is not a malfunction. This is the sacred process of energetic recalibration. And here's what most people don't understand. The physical symptoms are just the echo. The real work is happening in the unseen. Your body is trying to hold a new frequency that your old patterns don't support. Imagine your nervous system like an electrical grid. You've been operating at 110 volts your whole life. Suddenly, your soul downloads a 500-volt frequency. That's going to short-circuit the old wiring. It's going to fry outdated circuits. You'll feel it in your digestion, your heart rate, your breath, your immune system, not because you're sick, but because your body is adapting to a new vibration. Have you paused to ask yourself, what is my body trying to release? What am I still holding that no longer matches who I'm becoming? This is the real question. Most people fight the symptoms. They numb, they distract, they push through. But the ancient ones knew better. They listened, they honored the process. They understood that every twitch, every chill, every sleepless night was a message, a signal. Your body is the most honest part of you. It doesn't lie, it doesn't overthink, it just responds. And when your energy shifts, your body will speak loudly. Especially if you've spent years ignoring the whispers. There's a reason spiritual awakening is often mistaken for illness, because the process is disorienting. Your appetite changes, your senses sharpen, you suddenly feel overwhelmed in crowds. You become ultra-sensitive to noise, to certain people, to food, to technology. It's like your whole system has been upgraded, but nobody gave you the manual. And this is where most people panic. They think something's wrong. But what if it's not wrong? What if it's working? What if your soul is simply asking your body to catch up? Let me give you something practical. Because you're not here just to hear lofty concepts. You're here to transform. When your vibration is breaking old energies, your body needs support. Real, grounded daily support. Hydrate more than you think you need. Water is a conductor of energy and a cleanser of old frequencies. Move your body, not to lose weight, but to move energy. Dance, shake, walk barefoot on the earth. Let nature recalibrate your system. Rest when your body demands it, not laziness, integration. Your nervous system is digesting light codes. You need stillness. But most importantly, breathe. Deeply, consciously. Breath is the bridge between the physical and the spiritual. When you breathe with awareness, you help your body process the energetic shifts. You allow the old energies to release without resistance. You tell your body it's safe to let go, because that's what this is really about, letting go. Your body is reacting because it's letting go of everything it no longer needs to carry. The trauma you thought you buried, the fear you inherited from your lineage, the beliefs you absorbed from society, they're all coming up now, not to haunt you, but to leave you. And yes, it can be overwhelming. The emotions can be intense. You might cry for no reason. You might feel rage or grief or despair. But here's the truth. Those emotions were always there. You're not going crazy. You're just finally feeling. And feeling, it's not a weakness. It's the access point to healing. The more you allow your body to express, the more space you create for your higher self to embody. That's the real goal, not to escape the body, but to fill it with your light. So when your body reacts, don't judge it. Don't fight it. Thank it. It's doing what it was designed to do, protecting you, guiding you, evolving with you. You are not separate from your spiritual journey. Your body is the vessel of your evolution, and every symptom, every sensation is a sacred communication, a sign that you are rising, that you are no longer willing to carry the density of the past, that your vibration has changed and your life is about to follow. Now let me ask you something that will change the way you see everything. What if every ache in your body is not pain, but prophecy? What if your body isn't breaking down, it's breaking through? What parts of you are trying to die so your truth can be born? The cellular revolution, how old energies are stored in your body and how to release them for good. Your body is not just a machine, it's not just muscle, bone and blood, it's a living library, a sacred archive that holds every experience you've ever had, every emotion you've ever suppressed, every belief you've ever inherited. But it goes deeper than that. Your body also holds what didn't start with you. Every trauma your ancestors couldn't process, every fear encoded in your lineage, every energetic imprint passed down through generations, it all lives in your cells. This is not metaphor, this is quantum biology, this is epigenetics. This is the ancient truth that modern science is only just beginning to remember. Your body is not just reacting to the present moment, it's responding to a lifetime, sometimes many lifetimes, of stored energy. And when your vibration rises, all of that density begins to shake loose. Have you ever wondered why certain memories come up when you start healing? Why you suddenly remember something from your childhood that you hadn't thought of in decades, or why you feel grief that doesn't even seem to belong to you? That's not a coincidence. That's your body unlocking a file it kept hidden to protect you. Energy doesn't disappear. If it's not expressed, it gets stored. And the body is where it goes. Trauma that isn't processed becomes tension in the muscles. Unspoken words become tightness in the throat. Unexpressed grief becomes pressure in the chest. Rage becomes pain in the joints. Shame settles in the gut, and we carry this for years, for lifetimes, until the frequency of our soul becomes so high that the body has no choice but to release it. This is why spiritual awakening is not just an emotional or mental process, it's a cellular one. As your consciousness expands, your cells begin to detox. They begin to purge what no longer matches your evolving frequency. This is why people on the spiritual path often go through sudden physical symptoms: nausea, fatigue, body aches, dizziness. It's not random. It's not always illness. It's release. Your body is releasing what your soul no longer resonates with. But here's the key. You have to let it. You have to create space for this release to happen, or else the energy gets stuck again, just in a different form. So how do we release these old energies for good? First, we have to stop seeing the body as the enemy. The body is not betraying you, it's doing exactly what it's meant to do. Hold energy until you're ready to face it. That means the first step in this revolution is acceptance. You have to stop fighting your symptoms and start listening to them. That headache isn't just physical, it's pressure from a belief system that's collapsed. That knot in your stomach isn't just anxiety, it's your body warning you that you're out of alignment. When you stop judging your body and start honoring it, the healing begins to accelerate. Next, movement becomes your medicine. Not just any movement, intentional movement. You don't need to run marathons, you need to move with presence. Dance, stretch, do breath work, shake, literally shake. Animals in the wild shake after trauma to release it from their nervous system. Humans forgot how. Movement is how we unlock the frozen energy trapped in the tissues. Sound is another key. Your voice has the power to vibrate stagnant energy out of your body. Sing, scream into a pillow if you need to. Let the sound move through you. It's not crazy, it's ancient, it's primal, and it works. Breath is the bridge. Deep, intentional breath allows you to move energy that's been stuck for decades. Try this. Breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 8. Do this for 5 minutes and feel what changes. Your breath is the most underutilized spiritual tool you have. It's free, it's always with you, and it's the fastest way to calm your nervous system, regulate your energy, and assist the body in releasing what it's held for far too long. And then there's the emotional work. You have to feel to heal. You have to let the tears come. You have to let the anger rise. You have to let the grief move through you. Not to wallow in it, but to liberate it. Emotional energy is just that, energy. It wants to move. Suppressing it only makes it louder. Feeling it, witnessing it, breathing through it, that's how you transmute it. That's how you alchemize pain into power. Your body is not a prison, it's a portal, and every symptom you feel is a message from that portal saying, "You're ready now? Let's release this, let's rise." This is the cellular revolution. It's not about fixing what's broken, it's about remembering that nothing is broken. It's about reclaiming your body as an ally on your spiritual path, because the more you listen to it, the more you trust its messages, the more you support its release process, the more light you can hold, the more of your higher self can embody. So I'll ask you now, what energy are you still carrying in your body that doesn't belong to you? What pain have you been storing out of habit, out of fear, out of loyalty to the past? And more importantly, are you finally ready to let it go? When energy becomes physical, how to tell the difference between healing symptoms and real illness. There is a moment in every deep spiritual journey where the body speaks so loudly, so urgently, that we're forced to listen. But in that moment, confusion often floods in. Is this just a healing symptom? Or is something truly wrong? Am I releasing energy? Or is my body in crisis? These questions are not just common, they're sacred. Because when energy becomes physical, the line between spiritual awakening and physical illness can blur in profound ways. And if we don't learn how to discern the difference, we either risk ignoring real issues or medicating away powerful transformation. The wisdom lies in knowing how to listen, not just with logic, but with intuition. The truth is, your body is both a messenger and a mirror. It reflects your inner state and communicates truths your mind can't access. When you're going through an energetic upgrade, when your vibration is shifting and old energies are being released, your body goes through what many call ascension symptoms. These include fatigue, emotional waves, dizziness, heart palpitations, ringing in the ears, digestive changes, and even flu-like symptoms. It can feel like your body is shutting down, but what's often happening is that your system is recalibrating to a higher frequency. It's like downloading massive software into outdated hardware. The system needs time to integrate the change. But here's where it gets real. Not every physical symptom is spiritual. Not every ache is an upgrade. Sometimes the body is genuinely calling for help, and ignoring it in the name of healing can be dangerous. So how do we tell the difference? The first step is to drop into presence, true presence. Sit with the symptom, feel it, not through fear, but through awareness. Ask your body, is this a release or is this a request? You'd be surprised how clearly the body answers when you stop asking out of panic and start asking with reverence. A healing symptom often feels intense but temporary. It moves, it comes in waves. It might feel overwhelming, but it doesn't feel stagnant. It usually passes when you rest, hydrate, breathe, and allow it. There's a strange sense of rightness underneath it. Even if it's uncomfortable, you might feel drained but not afraid. You might be crying, but there's a sense of peace in the release. You feel lighter after, more clear. That's a sign you're processing energy, not experiencing pathology. Your body is shedding density, not breaking down. On the other hand, real illness often feels like a persistent shutdown. It lingers. It grows heavier. It doesn't clear with breathwork or meditation. It may be accompanied by mental fog, emotional numbness, or an intuitive sense that something is out of balance. And here's the key. You don't need to fear that feeling. Fear clouds intuition, but if your body is giving you repeated signals, if there's a pattern that doesn't shift no matter how much inner work you do, that's your signal to seek support. Not because you're failing spiritually, but because healing is holistic. Sometimes, the most spiritual thing you can do is go to the doctor and do energy work. Sometimes, the body needs herbs. Sometimes it needs medicine. Sometimes it needs surgery. That doesn't mean you're not vibrating high enough. It means you're human, and the human body is sacred. We must stop shaming the body when it expresses pain. We must stop assuming that all illness is a failure of our frequency. That belief can be cruel. It creates guilt, and guilt is one of the heaviest energies of all. Real healing is inclusive. It honors all aspects of being, physical, emotional, energetic, and spiritual. True healing means listening deeply to the body and giving it what it actually needs, not what the mind thinks it should need. So what's the practical approach? Track your symptoms, journal them, notice when they come. What were you thinking, feeling, or doing before? Are they connected to emotional triggers? Are they cyclical, linked to lunar phases or planetary shifts? Do they lessen after energy work, grounding, or spiritual practice? Or do they persist regardless? This is not about obsessing, it's about becoming intimate with your body's language. The more you understand its patterns, the easier it is to discern when you're releasing energy versus when you need physical intervention. There's a sacred intelligence within you that knows. Your higher self is always communicating through dreams, through sensations, through the subtle shifts in your energy field. But to hear it, you must get quiet. You must become a student of your own system. Don't outsource your authority. Don't give your power away, not to fear, not to healers, not even to me. Trust what your body is telling you and trust that you are wise enough to respond. There may be times when you feel like you're falling apart, but falling apart is not the same as falling behind. It's often the unraveling of what was never truly you, and as those false layers fall away, your body will feel it. It will tremble, it will purge, it will ache, but it will also rebuild, and that rebuilding is where the miracle happens. When you align with what your body truly needs, not just spiritually but physically, you become a vessel for something extraordinary. You become the bridge between worlds, a being who holds light in form, a soul who walks the earth awake. So, ask yourself now, in this very moment, what is my body asking of me that I haven't yet given? What would it mean to treat every sensation not as a problem to fix, but as a message to decode? The rise of the embodied soul, how to anchor your higher self fully into the physical body. There is a moment in every spiritual journey when the search moves inward, not just into the mind or the heart, but into the body itself. This is the rise of the embodied soul. It's when you stop trying to ascend away from your human experience and instead begin to descend into it fully with presence, reverence, and power. Because real spiritual mastery isn't about escaping the body, it's about inhabiting it so completely that your higher self no longer hovers above you like a distant light, but lives through you, breath by breath, cell by cell. We've been taught for centuries to disconnect from the body to find the divine, to transcend, to go higher, to leave the material behind. But that's only half the truth. The body is not a barrier to enlightenment, it is the gateway. Your bones, your blood, your breath, they are not separate from your soul's purpose, they are the expression of it. Every sensation you feel is part of your awakening. Every heartbeat is a drumbeat of your remembering. And when you begin to treat your body not as a burden to manage, but as a temple of divine expression, something miraculous happens. Your higher self begins to land. To anchor your higher self into your body means to live in alignment from the inside out. It means your thoughts, emotions, actions, and energy all begin to harmonize with the frequency of your soul. You stop fighting who you are, you stop outsourcing your truth, and most importantly, you stop abandoning your body when things get hard. You stay, you breathe, you feel, because you know that every trigger, every ache, every emotion is not a sign of separation, it's a doorway to deeper embodiment. So how do we anchor that higher self? It starts with stillness. Stillness is not about doing nothing, it's about becoming so present that you can feel the subtle energy of your soul moving through your body. It's in the silence that your higher self speaks the loudest. Sit with your breath. Feel your feet on the ground. Place your hand on your heart. Ask your higher self to enter, not as a mental concept, but as a felt presence. Invite it into your spine, your belly, your voice. Let it saturate your cells. Then we bring in devotion to the body. Not perfection, not performance, devotion. Feed it real food, give it sunshine, let it rest, let it move, let it express, speak kindly to it, touch it with care, treat it like the home of your divinity, because it is. And when the body is honored, it opens, it becomes receptive, it becomes a vessel strong enough to hold the voltage of your soul. Another key is alignment in action. Your higher self doesn't anchor through thoughts alone, it anchors through behavior. Speak your truth, set boundaries, create beauty, follow your intuition, live with integrity. These are not just moral ideas, they are energetic anchors. Every time you choose authenticity over fear, you make space for your soul to drop in deeper. Every time you choose love over reaction, your vibration stabilizes. This is embodiment. This is what it means to walk your path fully awake. And perhaps most importantly, embodiment requires trust. Trust in your body's wisdom, trust in your process, trust that even when you don't feel high vibe, your soul is still here, still guiding, still integrating. Embodiment is not about constant bliss, it's about constancy of presence. It's about staying with yourself, especially when it's hard, especially when you are tempted to leave. Because every time you stay, you anchor. Every time you choose presence over escape, your higher self roots a little deeper into your form. So I ask you now, not as a seeker, but as a being ready to rise, are you willing to let your soul live through your body? Are you willing to stop searching for the light above you and realize it has always been within you, waiting for you to come home? This is the path of the embodied soul, not a fantasy, not a future, but a now that begins when you say yes to inhabiting all of you.